Welcome, team. Today we are talking all about how to create social media that stands out. Who's excited for today's session? How to create social media that stands out. I'm specifically talking about Instagram. I'm going to talk about Instagram today. Yes, it does go over to Facebook as well, but let's get started in today's topic. All right. I recently watched this reality show, and it was all about social media and Instagram, and being Instagramish famous. And in our ninja program, we always talk about we want to make sure that we are getting attention, and so we do want to start talking about, to get attention on a platform like Instagram, what are the items that you could do really fast and quick to get the attention that you need. And that's what I want to go through today. So I'm going to run you through around 5 different points here, 5 different points what you can do to do exactly what you're doing, but just make a couple adjustments and get your Instagram posts, Facebook posts to pop a bit better in the newsfeed. When they pop, they get attention. When they get attention, then you can get your message out. Remember, if we don't get attention, nobody sees it. So it makes sense to understand what we can do in each news feed to ensure that actually gets seen. If it doesn't get seen, we don't get clients. We don't get clients, we can't run a business. So when we are using these platforms, it's really important to understand what we need to do. So number 1 I want to talk about is, well, first of all, listen guys, attention is everything on social media. There are literally thousands of posts on potential leads that you can be looking at to get noticed. And so we want to make sure that we have the attention in our news feed that we can generate to get going. So number 1, when you're doing your image posts, you want to color it, make it bright. And you want to use block colors. Block colors are really good against the white and the blue themes if you're using Facebook. So when you use block colors, don't be using blues. And if you want to get attention, use colors that aren't specifically always the same. So using different colors, you could have a colored, a color palette in your logos and use different colors. Block colors will stand up nice and strong and get the attention that you need at that time. So that's number 1. When was the last time you used blocked colors? So we can stand up and pop against the blue white. So those block colors might be on quotes. So if you do a quote, use a nice block color behind it. So it's really clear and easy to see, and it pops in the newsfeed. Remember, we always look at funnels, and at the top of the funnel in social media, it's all around something that's easy and simple to see, to do, to get attention. And that usually is quotes on block colors. So in your theme of Instagram, I would definitely look for block colors on quotes. And that's the easy way to start getting attention, really easy. And when you do that, it doesn't require the user to really read or think or to do much. So definitely start using a few quotes and block colors. Number 2, we do want to stay on brand. So start to use block colors, but as I said, we want to use the fonts and the brands and the images that are on brand. What you don't want to be doing is just creating any image, any brand, anything like any font, I should say, because it's harder then for people to understand that that's your brand. So we're very big on brand, because the reason being, because brand is the only thing that, brand is the only thing that you own, really. And so if you don't have a brand, it means that you're owned by Instagram or Facebook or the changes that will happen through Google. So you need to make sure that you stay on brand. So if that is out in the news feed, you're getting someone's attention in that concept there. So always stay on brand with your fonts and brand and colors. Now use Canva, and you can create templates. And on Canva, you can actually scan to ensure that your color is coming up. So your exact color is coming up in your branding element. So that's number 2. Number 1 is bright colors as much as possible. And number 2 is do stay on the same fonts for your brand, and use Canva templates to keep you on brand every time. So I know sometimes it's easier to just quickly create something or share something, but it's much easier if you can recreate it on your brand. Number three, we want to use real photos, not stock images. And this is a big one. I would never, ever, 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 ever recommend using stock images on your Instagram feed unless you don't have any photos at all and you're really starting up and that. But I think we can all get photos this day and age. And it's not that hard to get photos anymore than it used to be. So unless you're got a brand that you don't really care about and it's like, yep, we'll just get something up, I'd really recommend images that are your images, because that is definitely going to serve the purpose it needs to serve. So how are you going to do this? Well, set up a photo shoot with clients so you can get good photos on social media. And I would set up this photo shoot maybe every quarter, at least every 6 months, hopefully every year. And so if you set up a photo shoot, you can get people like, because I know you can take photos in your sessions and that's easy to do and we do that all the time. However, a photo shoot's a little bit different. A photo shoot, you say to your clients, hey, I'm going to take a photo shoot. Can you wear maybe this color shirt? Can you wear similar kind of colors so everybody matches to a degree? With a photo shoot, it means that the client knows that you're going to take a photo with them, one, so they can kind of look at the camera. You don't have to have the back turned or that kind of stuff. It's not a quick, sneaky photo. So you're getting a few people together specifically for a photo shoot, and they know that they're there for. So you might give them a bonus session, or you might ask them, they might just want to help you out. So definitely ask them. And you want to use photos where people are looking at the camera and smiling. Obviously making sure that when you ask the people, ask the right people that you want to get more of. So if you're trying to now go down to a stream of maybe females only or males or a certain audience between 35 and 45, ask the 35 and 45-year-old audience to come to the photo shoot, because then you'll get more of those people. Really important who's in the photo. Another thing there is when you do take them, and you can use your phone, by the way, to take them, that's fine. Otherwise you can get a photographer and make a big thing out of it. You can do that as well. Either way, if you are going to take it, use filters on Instagram. So when you do post those, make sure you use filters, Lightroom as well. You want to pump up the saturation by 30% so that pops. Now, if you're thinking, okay, I don't want to be too fake on Instagram, well, it's not being fake, because you can have the stories that are real, but the Instagram, the whole idea of that is to get attention in the feed. And to get attention, that's what gets attention today on Instagram. So pump the saturation up by 30% so it's always bright and it's clear what you're doing. That's an easy hack to do that, okay? So team, just to repeat that one. Number one, color bright, block photos. Number two, stay on brand, use your templates for your fonts and keep using those. So it doesn't matter what you put out, if it's a quote, if it's a story, or if it's text, it's always very similar on brand. Number three, use real photos, get a photo shoot set up, ask your clients to, hey, I'm going to take some photos after the session, or have a specific day on a Saturday morning or a session that they come and do the photos. Make sure the people that you ask are everybody that is the people that you want to get to. So again, if you want to get a 35 to 45-year-old, get those people in the photo shoot. When you go to Instagram, use filters. Have a similar filter that you use all the time. So choose a filter you like and then use that majority of the time so people know that it's your style, your theme. That's important. Number four is then pump up the saturation by 30% so it pops in the news feed. Remember, we're not saying that all your content has to be like that, but we want to get attention in a thing called Instagram, very important. Number four, videos. I'm a massive believer in videos because videos talk about a million things and it grabs the attention. So videos are viewed more on social media than static images and for longer. So an image will last for a millisecond. A video will be a little bit longer, so you can start to get your messages through that way. So long form videos, talk to camera, really important. Hero videos, we have a program called Hero Videos. They're interviews, so interviews from your clients. Stories, 15-second clips, and Reels, 1-minute videos. So you don't have to do them all, but you got to choose something that you feel is your flavor, that you like to do more of. So it may be more interviews with your clients, and they're called Hero Videos, or long form videos, and that's talking to camera, and that will go then on IGTV. So use videos in your mix, because that is going to get someone's attention a bit longer, and that means you've got their attention a bit longer, then they're going to start to understand what you do, how you do it, and are you the right person to get involved with. They're going to contact you. And the fifth thing here is something that I don't see enough of, which I'd like to see more of online, especially in the fitness industry, is I want you to use captions to videos. So with videos, if you've got a video and it's just you and then we're having this conversation, people, unless they hit play, they don't know what it's about. So to get them to hit play, we want to add titles to the videos at the top. Remember, 80% of people don't watch the videos. 80% of the people watch the videos with the sound off. So it's really important to put captions on that. There's an app called Kapwing, Kapwing, and you can use that to put the captions on your videos. It's a simple app, it's an easy app, but doing that, and go back a couple of years ago and those apps were not around. You had to actually get someone to do that for you. And so everything that you need to look amazing online pretty much is free to a degree. But what you want to do now is just keep consistent at this. And so the last thing I want to add to this is that just be consistent in your posting, be consistent in your photo shoots, be consistent in adding filters. Don't just post it because it's like, oh, in the moment. It can be in the moment, but just add these 5 elements to it, because then you're going to get more attention, and then you can start to educate that person and get them involved in your community in any way, shape or form. And that's what I want to talk about today, around how to do that. So how many are you doing there out of the 5? I might just repeat them again, and just going to be 1 out of 5 if you're watching this. Do you use block colors? Number 1. Number 2, staying on brand. So use the same fonts. Number 3, use real photos. That's number 3. Number 4, use videos. And number 5, add captions. They're the 5. Add captions there. So list yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and pat yourself on the back if you're doing at least 1, because you're doing an amazing job. And in this business of fitness and marketing, we want to make sure that we're just putting our best foot forward. So it means then the right clients, the clients that love what we do and see what we do, are going to come to us. Remember, we don't need to market to 1 million people. We don't need to get out to, thousands and thousands of people. We don't need that many. We just need the right people coming into the door every single time. And they do that by first seeing your content on social media. If you ever ask somebody, how do they find you? They may have referred you, or they may walk past you, but I can probably guarantee that they did stumble across some form of your social media. So up your social media game. Guys, if you need some help, just write help in the chat, and we can definitely get you some ideas and get you connected to some other videos in this group as well. And if you need help, let us know.